Welcome to Ticker channel. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe as I will update you every week on stocks. I created this channel to give the retail investor like myself a go-to source. That way it can be a little easier to determine the particular stock has value to you now or in the future. Okay, welcome to my channel, and as always, here's an awesome meme. Slow and steady wins the race. False. Fast always wins the race. If you've never seen The Office, you've got to see it. Super funny. And for that meme, please go ahead and just subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so what I'm hoping is, first of all, if you've never seen Elizabeth Holmes, who was the CEO of Theranos, you have to see that documentary. And so what I wanted to bring up is, so this documentary is based on, surprisingly, where you can get a finger prick, right, an ounce of blood basically, and you're able to tell all the issues within your body. And so I'm really hoping that this company, Zomedica, ZOM, the stock, are not correlated with Elizabeth Holmes. And what do I mean by that is, I hope that their device that they have, the technology that they have, is not similar to where, oh, it's a good idea and we can figure out all these issues with your dogs and your cats, and then find out that it's just this big scam. And so I do want you to kind of be aware of that. It's just the first thing that kind of popped in my head because, Elizabeth Holmes was trying to be this billionaire and created this forward-thinking, way ahead of its curve type of machine where you just get a little tiny prick of your finger, and you're able to tell all these issues within your body, health, if you have underlying conditions and whatnot. And so I'm hoping that ZOM is not like that, and that their product themselves will be able to diagnose these cats and dogs, and that there's no issues. But I just wanted to kind of show you that. And again, if you've never seen this video, definitely check it out because it is a blood testing technology just like ZOM. And so I thought it was kind of ironic and interesting. So just keep that in your thoughts, and we'll just continue to talk about ZOM. So the update for Zomedica Corp, they announced a closing of $173.5 million bought deal. So its price to the public is $1.90 per share. So I think it's floating around $2, but that's going to be the new release. Okay, so this is what True Forma looks like. This picture right here. Okay. And then it's got this information where it's going to kind of show you once you plug in the data information. So as you can see, it says it's easy to use, test, obtain a sample, add a sample to the cartridge, then insert cartridge to Transforma or Trueforma, and results in 20 minutes or less on average. And so that's what is the catalyst for Trueforma and Zomedica. So combined, they're supposed to be able to pull this information out. And so March the 30th is going to be a big deal. So you have a month to decide within that time to either buy the stock or not, right? But if this is all a scam, or if it doesn't work, or they have to push back production because there are faulty mechanisms within the device itself, then that's gonna make the stock drop. So the hype is right now about that money that they closed on. But at the end of the day, if Zomedica wants to perform and continue to grow, they need this device to work. So this is a really big deal. So on CNBC, I pulled up this website link, and it says right away, America spend more than $72 billion on pets. Here's how dogs and cats became a big business. $72 billion since 2018. So they say it's part of a trend called humanization of pets. A big driver behind its movement is millennials. As some delay having children and starting families, more and more end up treating their pets as their surrogate children. So I completely agree with that. I mean, personally, we have two Chihuahuas, and we don't have a child yet. And so as you can see, I'm in that area, and I can vouch for it. But it's just kind of, interesting. So with Zomedica, if they can figure out with Trueforma and be able to diagnose these animals, then their market cap is only going to continue to increase, and the stock is just going to grow more and more and more. So I want you to see that it opened up at 235 today on the 16th. So it was 254 and it's dropped, and it's all the way down to 236, and it's continuing to drop. Okay, so if you look a month ago, it was hovering around $1, right? So a little over 2 times its value just a month ago. Okay, and so what I wanted to show you is that what all the information is about is that Zomedica sets March the 30th, 2021 as the expected commercialization date for Trueforma. And again, Trueforma is the company that's going to be collecting the data to figure out the diagnostics on the dogs or cats that you have, right? And so they're still in that development stage, and so with that platform, they should be able to, pull some of that DNA to figure that out. But the problem is it's not till March 30th. And again, the banks and the market is saying that they think that eventually they'll make by 2023 approximately $20 million in revenue, but they're valued at $2.2 billion. So again, those numbers don't add up. So there's a lot of confusion, right? And so it's at 236. I think it'll continue to grow, especially if Trueforma actually does come through on March the 30th. And so it's more of a speculative risk analysis for this company. It's a speculative stock, and so again, it's 236. It's really cheap, so even if you buy a couple hundred shares or whatnot, I mean, you're not really going to be losing out. But again, you need to be able to make that decision on your own, and I want you to be able to figure that out. But Zomedica looks like it's a promising company. I mean, people do care about dogs and their cats and just pets in general. I mean, they'll spend, like I had previously talked about, millions of dollars, and per household, I don't know, a couple thousand. So you just add that up. So that's something that you want to think about. So personally, I would definitely put it on your watch list, if anything, and then see what happens in March 30th. If it drops a couple days before and then skyrockets, that Trueforma, that design has worked, and that we're going to be able to tell the issues with the animals a lot further in advance, which is what everybody wants.